Hello dear listeners and viewers, thank you so much for joining me on the Flowing with Angels channel, and a warm welcome if you are new here. I hope you are all doing well. Today's video features the Angel of Inner Calmness, who brings us a beautifully inspired vision accompanied by a channeled message filled with guidance on how we can retrieve and restore our inner peace and calmness. The Angel of Inner Calmness appears in a vision set in a clearing in a vast forest area. A magnificent waterfall is flowing down behind her, creating foamy water bubbles around her feet. The angel's silver gown catches glimpses of sunlight peeping through the trees, which enhances the bright and sparkly aura that surrounds her. In contrast to the lightness of her appearance, her hair is of a fiery deep orange color, curling down over her shoulders. She stretches out her arms to the side, allowing the water to glide through her hands. The Angel of Inner Calmness then closes her eyes and smiles in anticipation of her next visitor. Meanwhile, somewhere in the forest, a woman is trying to make her way through the closely knit trees and the dense shrubbery. She has been walking for quite a while, desperately looking for accessible pathways, but she does not seem to get a clear view of where she is going. She literally cannot see the wood from the trees. Little twigs and leaves are getting caught up in the woman's hair. Her clothes are ripping against the thorny bushes, and her shoes are getting lost in a pool of stickery mud. Just as she is about to give in to her desperation and exhaustion, the woman reaches the clearing and beholds the Angel of Inner Calmness in front of the magnificent waterfall. The angel beckons her to come toward her, and she gently helps the woman clean away the mud and debris with the clear and bright water of the waterfall. To the woman's surprise, the roaring water of the waterfall flowing over her body does not feel cold or unpleasant at all. As she closes her eyes and listens to the splashing sounds of the water around her, a sensation of pureness, freshness and renewal washes over her. Then the Angel of Inner Calmness slowly guides her away from the waterfall and dresses the woman in a beautiful silver garment. The woman smiles and twirls in delight, causing her new clothing to sparkle in the sunlight and rustle in the wind. She feels completely reborn again. The Angel of Inner Calmness then gives the woman 4 significant items to help her on her way. A pair of sturdy boots, which will help the woman to keep grounded and walk at a solid and steadfast pace. A compass, which will provide the woman with a sense of direction and focus. A whistle, which signifies angelic communication, as well as tuning to the right energy frequency. And lastly, a warm protective cloak, which will keep the woman comfortable and secure from the elements and the obstacles on her path. The Angel of Inner Calmness now brings us the following channeled message. My dear ones, welcome to the clearing that appears in the midst of the turmoil that you go through on a daily basis. Whether it is considered big or small, important or insignificant in the eyes of the world, it restricts you. It distracts you and it keeps you stuck in anxiety and confusion. I, the Angel of Inner Calmness, am here to teach you how to create your own clearing in the dense forest of your muddled thoughts and feelings. Let me start by explaining the colors of my energy, which are a bright orange and a sparkly silver. Orange represents the frequency of your emotions. It can be a warm, creative and happy color, but it can also represent an overheated, fiery energy when you feel emotionally out of balance or burnt out by anxiety, stress, anger, or fear. That is why we need the silver, which represents the frequency of your inner wisdom and intuition. When you observe your emotions from a higher perspective, you are able to transform them for your own benefit and that of others. Emotions are never wrong or negative, they are simply out of balance. But with the right guidance and insights, their energy can be transmuted and used by you to set course on a new path filled with more ease, contentment, and fulfillment. The waterfall that I showed you in the vision symbolizes the ultimate tool of transformation and cleansing. It is the first step that you have to take. It represents setting an intention, proclaiming a willingness to feel better and clearer than you do when you are lost in your metaphorical forest. It is an inherent knowing in your heart that there is always a way out, that there is a clearing, a place of inner peace and calm, even though you cannot see it yet or feel it. Meditate with the symbolism of the waterfall for a while, my dearest ones. Imagine that you are like the woman lost in the forest. Feel her sense of relief when the water washes her clean and makes her feel comfortable and reborn. Feel her joy when she twirls in her silver gown. See how it catches the light, brightens up her appearance and lifts her energy and spirit. This is the starting point for my guidance to sink into your heart and nervous system. Now you are ready to integrate my symbolic gifts into your daily spiritual practice. The boots, the compass, the whistle, and the cloak. Let's explore their energy and meaning together and see yourself creating your own clearing in the forest from where you can repeat this process over and over again when necessary. This is my gift to you. When you are in a state of confusion, it is difficult to picture a clear goal or destination. That is why it is always wise to start with the following question: how can I make myself feel better where I am right now? Initially, this always concerns your basic human needs first: a clean body, clean clothing, a comfortable and warm home and environment, healthy nourishing food, and plenty of rest and time for exercise as well as meditation and relaxation. Start there, just start there, because if you do, your state of being will improve, and from this improved state, you will be able to set new specific goals for yourself. You will create space for inspired ideas to come to you, and you will have the energy to take the next steps. This is the stage where you are putting on your metaphorical boots, sturdy, good quality boots that can carry you through life. They symbolize grounding securely into your physical body and earthly reality, preparing you for your journey forwards. Now you are ready to make use of the compass and the whistle. The compass helps you to find your direction. It guides you along the way and keeps you on the right track. However, you need to determine where you wish to go first, through higher inspiration and clear intentions. The whistle will help you with this, as it represents communication with the universe, your angels and guides in the spiritual realms, on the one hand, and keeping yourself focused and tuned to the right frequency on the other hand. When you feel yourself sinking into restless thoughts and uncertainty, you blow the whistle on the disillusions and projections that are keeping you stuck in a mental prison. You blow the whistle to awaken your intuition and attune to your inner light and the higher perspective gifted to you by the universe. Your whistle will call in your spiritual helpers, and soon the sound of your whistle will turn into whispers of guidance and inspiration. The love and clarity that will reach you will feel like a warm cloak of protection wrapped around you. Where once you felt vulnerable and alone, you will now feel encouraged and held in a warm embrace. Picture yourself wearing a beautiful cloak in a color of your choosing. This cloak holds your power, your determination, your beliefs, and most of all, your own unique energy that emanates out into the world. It also offers you a sacred inner space in which you can retreat and find your inner peace. This, my dear ones, is how you retrieve and sustain your inner peace and calmness. Whenever you feel overwhelmed with confusion or anxiety, use the metaphorical items that I have gifted you, and know that I am showering you with the energy of the clearest and purest waters of love and light from my angelic waterfall. Thank you so much for listening and staying with me to the end of this video. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel if the angelic guidance has resonated with you. And you can also reread the message from the Angel of Inner Calmness on my website, flowingwithangels.com, as well as find information there on personal angel readings. Thank you again. I'm sending you lots of love and light. Until next time, namaste.